Come here, son. Nephew. Young man. Let me holler at you. A lot of times there's a bit of natural selection when it comes to people being leaders. And sometimes it's a good thing. Sometimes you just have groups of people who recognize, hey, that person has the right characteristics to get us where we need to go as a whole. But sometimes you got folks who just chicken-hearted cowards, and they trying to get you to step forward and be a fall guy. Or they want to see a desired result, but they don't have the work ethic and they don't have the skill to make it happen themselves. You got to be careful in these situations. Think about it. Some of you early in life, you've been egged on by people to go and do something before everybody else when everybody else wouldn't do it. I wouldn't let that person say this. I wouldn't let them get away with that. Man, you gonna let that go? Nah, man, you can't do that. But see, and that sounds elementary and juvenile, don't it? Okay. Now, I've been in situations in life, and I can tell you one situation from a good place. A good friend of mine was saying, hey man, you should run for public office here, and we got some people that'll back you. When I counted the cost, it wasn't enough people to go into a major movement like that, but I can appreciate that. But I've also seen some situations where it's like, hey, you should speak up about that particular issue, man, because that's not right, but it's something that's affecting a group. And I'm like, well, why don't you do it? Well, see, when people start beatboxing, like a DJ, and can't give you a straight answer, that's a key indicator that something's wrong. There's an organization which I'm well qualified to lead right now that actually needs me to be leading. But guess what? The people aren't demanding that I be the leader in that particular situation. And you know what? That's okay. Because you can also be trying to lead folks who don't want you to lead them. It could be in their best interest. As men, you got to look out for that. Think about it. What if the people you want to help, I don't care how close to you, whatever aspect of life it is, what if they don't want that help? What if by the time your children turn 18 and 19, they're not listening to you? What if that woman you're interested in don't want to be led where you're trying to lead her to? See, some of these situations, they choose you or they don't choose you. Many times it's best to go ahead and accept when they don't choose you, but if a situation chooses you, if a group of people choose you, like the video yesterday talked about digging deep within yourself, you got to analyze and research and psychoanalyze that group. Why are they trying to push you out there? Most of the time, people are fighting over leadership positions. That's another thing, especially like in school systems. When there's a job that's wide open and nobody wants it, okay, if you're a young gun, that is a chance to prove yourself. But are the conditions where you can even win? Because maybe that leadership seat is really just a casket in disguise, and you're going to bury your career, bury yourself right there. Because I guarantee you, if you go into a situation and you've been set up as the fall guy, I don't care how much fault is going to be, whatever other circumstances, conditions, or people, it's going to fall on your head. Do you want that stress? Is it worth it? If somebody doesn't want to lead a group of people, why? Why is it these people can't find anybody to lead them? How was their last leader treated? Because the doggone Hebrews, when the doggone Hebrews crucified Yeshua the Christ and tried to get the Romans to do it. But Pontius Pilate was like, hey, I don't even want nothing to do with that. Y'all crazy. But he was the king of his own people by birthright, and they still wouldn't accept him. So if the Hebrews, if Christ's own people would crucify him, what would these people do to you? And what did they do to the last leader? Is it the right reason? Is that the place you need to be? Just because you're a great leader don't mean you need to be everywhere. Share this button. There are men with aspirations to be leaders. They have that gene in them, that spirit in them that they want to help. But sometimes men got to understand that's an unwinnable situation. That's an unfixable situation. Somebody else needs to take that one. It's okay to sit some battles out, fellas. You ain't got to be trying to save everybody. You don't need to be trying to save everybody. Share this video. The like button is free. You can also support the channel by various means that are posted below in the comment section and in the description. But like I said, the like button is free. I'm just thinking about some situations I've been through. I'm sorry I zoned out a little bit. And as always, never lose the will to win, never lose the will to survive.